That's how you know I'm getting old, you know. I see the comment part two, and I'm thinking, part two? I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking about. I had to go and watch the video again just so I know what I'm supposed to be talking about for part two. But before I get into that, in the previous video, I spoke about the kids in Moldova or Romania. And you know what? This happens in all different countries around the world. So the new pupil will enter the classroom, and the existing pupils, they will see if they can bully this new pupil. And what they will say is, hey, you're an idiot, or come and sit over here, stupid. Depending on how that new pupil reacts, depends on whether or not they're gonna get bullied or not. If the new pupil just shrugs it off or laughs it off, yo, you're the new victim of the class. If the new people say, who are you talking to like that? Or don't call me stupid, they ain't getting bullied. And you know what? Forget about children, forget about pupils. Yo, this will happen with older people in the workplace. I can imagine it. Somewhere in the workplace, this is happening right now. You know, someone has joined a new company and some idiot has probably said, hey, you're the new dumbass of the workplace. Come and sit here. Or come here, you idiot. Come and sit down. Yo, from day one, they will think I'm an arsehole. Because you know, we live in a world where if people are disrespectful and you check them, now you're an arsehole. Man, well then I'm a fucking arsehole then. I've had it before. People, they're trying to think you check them, now they think you're an arsehole. What an arsehole is, so be it. So anyway, part two, rambling on. I'm a minute 35 in and I still ain't even started talking about part two. So obviously, as you lot know already, I went to prison. I didn't go for a long time. I got sentenced to 6 months. 2 months were concurrent. I had to end up doing 2 months, yeah? So behind the iron door for 2 months. Now, the first 2 weeks, they sent me to Feltham. They shouldn't have really sent me to Feltham because I'd been sentenced. Feltham is a London-only prison. It's a remand-only prison. Anyway, went to Feltham for 2 weeks. Cool. Got moved to ISIS. ISIS, again, is a Londoner-only prison. 95% black, 95% gang members, yeah? So I've gone there now, started on the G wing, no problem there, cool. Went to the H wing. The G wing is induction wing and also the victim wing. The H wing is just a normal wing, went there. Now I was on the second floor, which is the top floor, and I'm in cell H47. Big up whoever's in cell H47, unless they're in there for some crazy crimes against, you know, certain people. So I'm in the cell H47. Next door is the last cell on the H wing, H48. And the youth that was in there, me and him were cool, me and him were like friends. He's in jail for life. Imagine that, yeah. Me and him went to prison in 2011. This youth got sentenced to 20 years. He said he didn't even know his release date. He just knew his release year, 2031. He's still got 6 years to go. So anyway, I'm on the wing, and yeah, I'll say it. There was 3 guys on my wing. They all had the same tag name, R-Kid. They're from 3 different areas. Now, I ain't gonna say what area this particular youth was from. Doesn't matter. But there was 3 guys on my wing. Then their tag name was R-Kid. Mad. Anyway, one of them decides to, like I said, I'm on the top floor. I'm second from last. The reason why I'm mentioning I'm second from last, because the second from last cell, you're not gonna forget it. Anyway, I'm in my cell and I'm chilling. And yeah, one day my flap opens and this youth looks in and he just closes it and walks off. So I thought, whatever, innit? But next day, a couple days later, my cell flap opens, this youth's looking through my cell and closes it. So I think, what the fuck? So anyway, he done it a 3rd time. Cell flap opens, look through, and closes it. So the next time, yeah, the association, I walked up to him, just random. I don't even talk to this youth. I used to just see him around. Never, not even nod my head, nothing like that. I walked up to him, I was like, yo, big man, why do you keep coming to my flap? He's like, I'm just looking for something. He ain't looking for nobody. A man's trying a ting, fam. At some point, yeah, he would have come to my cell like, yo, what, come and borrow something. Like one of them ones there. Man, I nipped that in the bud. Because the first time I'm thinking whatever in it, yeah? Second time I'm thinking what? Third time I'm like, nah, bro, what the fuck is this? Why you keep coming to my cell? Because like I said, my cell door, my cell is the second from last. If it was somewhere in the middle, yeah, you can get that mixed up, like you're looking for somebody or whatever, and that. There's fucking 15 cells in a line. Unless you're actually counting numbers and you're looking at that, you're gonna get them confused. But the second from last cell, you know that's my cell. You know that's my cell. So yeah, so I just had to stick it on. And then there was some fat you. He was from around Lewisham sides. This you is a chief. Lucky I don't say his name. I was gonna punch him up as well. This is how you know he's a chief, yeah. So basically, he must have got sentenced to like 10 years because someone, yeah, Mac 10, yeah, in a club. He got done for joint enterprise. He didn't even squeeze off. He was just there. But he was running around on the wing telling people like, yeah, you get me, I done this, I done that. Bro, you didn't do nothing. You just happened to be with it. This you's a soft you. This you used to do man's hair on the wing, fam. So anyway, he must have annoyed me one time. Just, you know, like he's like kind of feminine. You understand? Like feminine in a way, like not just doing a man's hair, but like feminine in a way, like just trying to annoy people and that. So I remember one time I was carrying my plate, my food to my cell, and he was like 3 cells down or something like that. And he must have said something dumb. I said, what? I said, wait there. I put my food in my cell, went to his cell, like, but what you saying? He's like, nah, man, just joking. And yeah, he tried to play it off because he's a bit of a joker and that. But he ain't a joker. He's just trying to, like, he was trying to ting in it. So yeah, man, that was it. Obviously, there would have been way more stories. There was one time the Hackney boys on the wing, they wanted to rush me because basically some Tottenham boy must have come into the prison and he was from an estate that I didn't like. So as soon as I saw him, I just walked over to him, said, what, you're from such and such estate, yeah? And I took a swing at him. Now, the Hackney boys there, they didn't like me because I always used to watch them and they just thought it was a disrespect because basically they surrounded me or they stood in front of him, like 5, 6 of them. And I'm trying to like, not push them out of the way, but I'm trying to swing for the shoot, taking swings at him, and they're standing in between me and him. So they're seeing it as a disrespect, basically, that I've gone over there because obviously every wing, I'm assuming, has a set of man like, oh, they're the guys and that. You know, like I said, you know, the H wing had 48 cells. So you got a minimum of 48, 60 man, because some of the cells, the man were doubled up. So you got 60 man on the wing. You're going to have a certain set of man who, you get me, they're the guys on the wing. And I used to call them the anti-fields man because basically there was man from Kingsmead, man from Hoxton. Now, I think someone said, Kingsmead and Fields are together. Not back then. So you had man from Kingsmead, you had man from Holly Street, man from Hoxton. I've got a cousin from Pembury. He is highly rated in Pembury from my generation. Yeah, he one of his people was there and that. So he had man from Clarence Road and that. So yeah, they were onto man still. But big up Bullets from Pyru, Tiverton. He's my generation. He actually saved me because basically I got a cousin who's big in Tottenham. He weren't a GM, but he was just a popular guy and that. And he knew, Bullets knew my cousin. I didn't know this took place, but my cousin said to Bullets, yo, my cousin, Jelani, is in ISIS. If you see him, just get me, look out for him or whatever and that. But Bullets never came up to me and told me this. He only told me this when he said, listen, what you tried to do in the exercise yard, them lot are onto you, you know. They was going to run up in your cell during association, but because I know your cousin, big up my cousin Ricardo, because I know your cousin, I spoke to your cousin on the phone and he said, yeah, my cousin Jelani is in prison and that, yo, just look out for it. But he only told me that because it got to that level where someone went to do something. But I never knew that before. But yeah, big up Bullets, Pyru. You know, funny story, you know. I'll say it in front of us. Someone put down a part 4 with them Tiverton Pyru. Yeah, someone put down in the comment section part 4. I'll talk about them Tiverton Pyru. Yeah, stay tuned, stay away, done now.